The Airbus A330 is a very versatile aircraft which has proven its capability over the years and has actually become one of the best-selling airplanes of Airbus, taking up nearly 1,800 firm orders as of 2020. Introduced in 1994, the plane was intended to compete with the Boeing 767 and the McDonnell Douglas Indy 11. To date, the plane is in use by more than 100 different operators. But despite its versatility, one variant of the airplane family has never really become successful and has seen multiple operators ditch it and go for Boeing's offerings instead. The variant in question is the Airbus A330-200 freighter. So, why is this variant not successful? Let's find out. Freighter airplanes are very different from passenger airplanes, and one key difference between the two is with the design. Cargo airplanes or freighter airplanes usually do not incorporate passenger amenities, and they do feature large cargo doors for loading cargo. Other freighter airplanes like the Boeing 747 and the Antonov 124 have noses which can swing upwards to aid the loading of large pieces of cargo to the belly of the planes. Also, you will notice that cargo airplanes have a system of rails on the floor which have bear claws. Bear claws enable the cargo to be properly secured so as not to shift during flight. Airplane freighters may come in two forms. They may either be dedicated cargo airplanes or converted freighters. Dedicated freighters are airplanes which are built from the beginning as freighters. The Antonov 124 and the Antonov 225 were designed as freighter airplanes from the beginning. Other freighter airplanes are derivatives of passenger versions of airplane families. For example, the Boeing 777 freighter is a derivative of the Boeing 777-200, which also comes as a passenger airplane. The same is true for the Airbus A330 freighter, which is a derivative of the Airbus A330-200 variant. Converted freighters, on the other hand, are those airplanes which were initially built as passenger airplanes but were later on converted to freighter airplanes. Such planes do undergo modifications of their structure, whereby a large section of the fuselage is cut in order to enable large cargo doors to be fitted. Most older planes which are no longer in production, like the Airbus A300, A310, the MD-10 and the MD-11, are converted freighters. Cargo airlines like UPS and FedEx like to operate these older planes because they are cheaper to buy, which enables such airlines to easily expand their fleets. Both Airbus and Boeing have various freighter airplanes in their production lineups. For Airbus, they have the Airbus A330-200 freighter and the Airbus A321 passenger-to-freighter airplane. For Boeing, they have the Boeing 777, the Boeing 767 and the Boeing 747 freighters. Boeing also offers the Boeing 737 as a converted freighter. Planes like the Airbus A300, A310 and the Boeing 757 are no longer in production but have become popular converted freighters with airlines like FedEx and UPS. One odd feature you may notice about the Airbus A330 freighter is the lamp on the nose gear. When Airbus was designing the Airbus A330, they decided to give the nose gear a shorter height than the main landing gears. This design would enable pilots to get a better view of the runway during ground operations. As this design is useful on the passenger version of the plane, it wasn't needed on the Airbus A330 freighter, as the downward slope of the plane will not be ideal for cargo since the floor wouldn't be level. To solve this issue, Airbus had to lower the nose gear attachment points. This would enable the freighter to have a level cabin floor. The design, however, needed a larger gear bay for the nose wheel, and hence the lamp was installed to house the lowered nose gear. As you may have noticed, Boeing offers a wide variety of freighter airplanes while Airbus doesn't. This is actually one of the reasons as to why the A330 freighter is not popular. While Boeing has a wide variety of different freighter airplanes on its lineup, from the small Boeing 737 to the large Boeing 747, Airbus clearly doesn't. Therefore, most airlines prefer buying the Boeing freighters because of the great flexibility they offer. As planes like the Boeing 777 and the Boeing 767 have excellent economics for an already existing freighter market, the Airbus A330 freighter doesn't. This is because the plane is useful when opening up new markets, whereby an airline may want to start small. its size will be useful for such a setup, but once the market has been built, planes like the Boeing 777 freighter tend to offer better economics and therefore they are more profitable to operate. Another reason as to why this plane is not popular is because of its late entry into service. Most Boeing airplanes had entered service many years before the Airbus freighter. The type was introduced in 2010, and by that time, many airlines had already built up networks with the Boeing freighter airplanes, hence making the Airbus freighter too late for the freighter market. However, Airbus may soon have a new freighter on its lineup, which may be based on the highly successful Airbus A350. For now, Airbus hasn't confirmed any plans for the Airbus A350 freighter, and I'm sure it will be interesting to wait and see what plans Airbus has in store for its Airbus A350. Do you think Airbus should build an A350 freighter, and if so, do you think it will be a success? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching the video, and in case you're new here, my name is Martin and a warm welcome to the Skyline. Please subscribe for more great aviation content coming soon. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time and have a nice time ahead, and please take care. Goodbye.